What's up, everyone? I apologize in advance. Yesterday I was supposed to release a video in the afternoon. I couldn't follow through. I'm currently out of the States and I am living in an environment that's not conducive to properly producing videos. When I say properly, for instance, I love to heavily edit my videos. I don't have access to a program for that at the moment, and I also live in a room with other people, i.e. me saying earlier that I have a roommate. Because of that, I'm a very respectful, or I guess, person who has a lot of tact. So I don't want to offend and or make the person in the room uncomfortable by, I guess, producing a plethora of videos that require me to talk for a long time.
Forever in your debt. No, I must repay you. Here is the combination to a safe located in a nearby sunken submarine. Please, use it and take whatever you find.
I didn't take in consideration that some of these Atlantean characters would be good like that. Doesn't make sense to have a freaking Ultron bot of all things doing so. But I guess we could say the Ultron bot is controlled by someone from Atlantis. I know that's a super stretch, but I can't think of any other way to vouch for that awkward scene. Throughout these videos, I'll be trying to focus more on showing you guys the moveset for the respective characters. I will also try my best to keep the camera as close as possible so you can enjoy the detail of the models and the effects. You guys will notice I'm not drunk for this video. I probably am going to be drunk for the one of the following ones. I like drinking. It's fun. Drinking makes me feel good. Okay, I noticed the save point on the floor over there, but the save point it appeared to be locked. Get back. Freaking Ghost Rider, dude. This is actually a big spoiler, given that you get Ghost Rider later in the game as a playable character, but I don't care. Plus, during that point of the game, you'll probably be so infatuated by the crazy models in the stage that has Ghost Rider that you guys won't care either. Come here. Fun fact, there's no movie in the MCU that has showcased Atlantis. Another fun fact, Ghost Rider was actually played by Nicolas Cage. First movie had pretty good reception, I'd say, for the most part, even though I utterly hated it due to it feeling short. And then of course the second movie wasn't great. I'll just say it out here, not Shiar. But yeah, honestly, I couldn't think of a cooler pick than Nicolas Cage. He's absolutely epic.
In time to beat you again, but once was enough for me.
Admittedly, this is like playing for the first time. I haven't touched this game in years. I literally basically dropped everything I needed mod-wise into it and then left.
These must be the ones who've been causing you so much trouble. Indeed, and they will pay for their transgressions. Your devotion to Namor is pitiful. Surface dwellers. He is lost, And as foretold in the Atlantean Chronicles, I will be the ruler of Atlantis. Don't worry about these idiots, Atuma. Your loyal minions are more than happy to take care of them.
I've noticed the HUDs. Rain has a proper HUD, but Noob does not. I will be fixing that after this video, so don't worry. Fix is kind of, I don't think I have to say fix. That's not really the proper word for that situation. But well, technically I don't like it. So yeah, I'll rectify that issue after this video. Apologize for so many ums. I'm actually feeling a little bit under the weather here. I'm not sure if I'm sick, but I'm not feeling great at the moment. So apologize for the nasally voice and whatnot. This is interesting. Yeah, you're gonna notice a lot of different variations of Iron Man armor that I've used. I'm just keeping in mind that it's still Ultron bots, and Iron Man armors, according to the movie, are typically just shells, so there shouldn't be an issue with them traveling and being underwater. Also, I just think it looks cool. Something about this game aesthetically, of course I'm referring to the modeling and the texturing, it feels timeless, you guys, especially after the remaster. But this is one of those games, in my opinion, that not only stands the test of time, but I think it was ahead of its time by a long shot. I oftentimes compare this game to a movie that I really like called The Thing. It came out in the 1970s. It's a John Carpenter movie, and I don't know, it's widely accepted as a movie that contains the greatest practical effects ever placed in a movie, which honestly I agree with. It's pretty bang up in regards to the job done on it. Not sure I'm supposed to go here. That's odd, I didn't see that earlier when I was looking. But yeah, this game is sprinkled with just a perfect amount of mini games, some old, some new. The modeling is insane. The gameplay is just on point considering the plethora of different powers and or characters in the roster. Everything about this just screams not only revolutionary in my opinion, and yes, I am referring to X-Men Legends 1 and 2 also, but it's just amazing.
How dare you enter my throne room, surface dwellers? Kneel before the King of Atlantis! Fools! You will pay for your insolence! Let me teach them a lesson, Atuma. No, we will work together, Tiger Shark, and we will make them pay dearly for their transgressions against the King of Atlantis!
Yeah, that hood kind of bothers me actually. I snickered a little bit when I saw that weird Batman face for Noob. So yeah, I'll be replacing that soon. I don't know, it's just a turn off. Most HUDs I don't mind leaving as their defaults, but you'll notice in instances where there's a HUD that's replaced that's similar to for lack of a better term, one of the partner antagonists, I have to replace that HUD, otherwise I'll get weirded out. It's like jarring for me to see two different HUDs simultaneously like that. Okay, I'm assessing for this fight, they want me to activate these awkward machines to, I guess, pull him down. But my character's Ghost Rider. I could just grab him like this, so I don't think it's an issue. That's the awesome thing about Ghost Rider. You can't really escape his character. He just has that move that draws you in. Though I was highly tempted to replace him.
I will tell you nothing.
Okay. I'll talk.
Tiger Shark!
I'm not about to face the Atlanteans after what we did. It was the Masters of Evil. They helped Atuma in return for letting them take whatever they wanted from the catacombs. Probably. There's a lot there to search through.
But I digress. I'm highly tempted to replace Ghost Rider with Spawn. Of course, Spawn is a character that was created in the 90s by an artist named Todd McFarlane. He's actually an ex-Marvel artist. He left the company, of course. He had difficulties complying with so many rules and regulations, specifically the ones that the editors had planned for them. And it ultimately resulted in him, leaving and starting his own company. He also pulled with him another artist called Rob Liefeld, who's actually the creator of Deadpool and Cable, respectively. But long story short, I was tempted to replace my Ghost Rider with Spawn, giving Spawn somewhat has an attachment to Marvel. The only discrepancy or issue with that is that I actually love Ghost Rider. I think he's a really cool character, and replacing him with Spawn wouldn't be that much of a twist. Also in game, Ghost Rider has a booster that gives him the ability to ride his motorcycle. Once you get on that motorcycle, you guys, there's no going back. No character in the game can replace Ghost Rider, just out of sheer coolness. I didn't forget, I said I'd focus more on powers, so that's what we'll be doing here. Okay, I take it I'm supposed to be en route to a boss fight. I'm guessing it's the giant Kraken monster. I'm going to try and go straight to it, because I'm not sure how long it will take for me to beat that damn Kraken. I recall it being a very difficult fight for me. Sorry, I'm under the notion that I can still collect the Black Panther dolls. Given that my roster is 100% unlocked, it doesn't matter in this case, which I verified, or rather confirmed earlier, when I picked up a Black Panther doll sitting by the nanite chamber. Again, you will notice I'm skipping some of the enemies. I'm just trying to find the door and or portal to the boss fight, because I anticipate that boss fight being highly difficult. Okay, this is it. Okay, this is one of those cases where the voice acting is drowned out by the music, so I'll just read it out. It says, Ultima allowed me free reign of the catacombs in return for sonic emitters, and I just now located our prize, the Tome of Asiris. I'm sorry, but I have no time for questions. I must be on my way to the Valley of Spirits. But before I go, allow me to summon a little entertainment for you. It's the least I can do. There's the Kraken. Once again, this is a model I didn't have to replace given the detail of it, and even when you turn on the advanced lighting, it looks beautiful. Saying this is detail would be an understatement. To be honest with you guys, I have no idea how this fight is supposed to work. I can't tell if it's random. As you can see there, I have no idea how or what initiated the Kraken opening, or rather crushing this pillar. Shit. Pardon my French, but this isn't really an easy mini game for me. Not sure why. I like to think my reflexes are pretty quick, but I oftentimes slip on this mini game. Okay, let's figure out how to get him to smash another pillar. In all honesty, my assessment was that if you kill the mini enemies, eventually he'll just, I guess he's scripted to break a pillar in response. But I have no way of confirming that. It's just a theory of mine. So what I do is I hide behind a respective pillar, and then I kill the nearest enemies I can find, and then I basically just wait. At least that's my assessment. There could be any factor to this fight though. One of the most outstanding could be you maybe just have to hit him. Another factor is maybe he has to cycle through so many different attacks before he can smash a pillar. Like honestly, I have no idea how to activate this enemy. So I'm pretty random. I just try what I can with him. Like that, he just smashed a pillar. I have no idea what activated it. I'll try not to mess up this mini game anymore. Keep in mind, this is very difficult for me for some odd reason. Okay, one down. Getting bored. Let's switch out. Okay, let's try and get somewhere safe. Those homing torpedoes aren't very fun to deal with, to be honest. Especially if you haven't played this character much. I thought he was about to break the pillar. He becomes a nuisance. Just giving him a little damage, because I'm not sure exactly what makes him crush these pillars. So I like to be random in a fight. No, don't run. Come here. Come here. God. Alright, whatevs. Okay, let's see if we can get him to crush this pillar. Again, I'm not sure if it's automated, his pillar crushing. Though I believe, for those of you who also have a difficult time with this fight, there are 3 factors that cause him to crush the pillar. One could be giving him actual damage. The other could be letting him cycle through all of his moves. And then of course the third factor being kill the miniature enemies in the screen. At least that's my theory. Then again, I could be wrong. It could just be scripted in as random. Trying to damage him the best I can. Maybe if you spin him, that's another theory of mine. Let's see. I'm gonna make him spin around. See if he gets like pissed or something and crushes a pillar. Oh crap. Didn't expect that. Jeez. This is really an OP boss. For the love of God, knock the pillar down, please. Come on, man. There are no enemies in the screen. I've been giving him sufficient damage, and I made him twirl around. What else does he want? Correction, there's an enemy hiding to the top left. See him on the northwest of the screen? If I kill this guy and he crushes a pillar, that confirms my theory that killing on the many enemies activates his pillar crushing. Let's see. Let's give it a second. See if he... Yep. Okay. It's confirmed. So, for you guys who have been having trouble in the past with this boss, all you have to do is kill the miniature enemies that are surrounding. And be careful because they hide like that one did. I've always had issues with this boss because I never could figure out what causes him to knock a pillar down. But I should have assumed that it was killing these enemies. Okay, now that we figured that out, we can pretty much fly through this stage. Okay, I believe that's all of the enemies. So he should hit this pillar. I'm of course going to circle the stage one time. Okay, just checking for stragglers. Christ, move, move, move. Okay. Sweet, I think we killed him. My apologies if the fight seemed a bit extended. I just had a little issue with getting him to hit the pillars.
Atlantis owes you a debt of gratitude. And Namor would like to say something.
Surface dwellers, I'll have you know I was perfectly capable of handling the situation alone. Yes, well, you did. So I suppose I should thank you.
Okay, note to self, replace noob hood, or rather tiger shark hood with the noob hood. Seems he dropped an item here. I never put on the equipment and stuff, so I don't really care about it. Maybe it depends if like the difficulty spikes, which it will, to a point where I'm having a hard time and I'm kind of like stranded with the team that I have at the moment. I'll put on equipment. Equipment helps in those cases.
Who knows? Atlanteans may even start to tolerate us surface dwellers. And that's why your next stop is his palace in the Valley of Spirits. Yes, I want you to discuss things with Mandarin. Find out what the Masters of Evil are planning. Talk to Black Widow for additional information. Or see Mr. Wingfoot if you're ready to go now.
Okay, let's go. He said the Valley of Spirits. For those of you who are familiar with these games, you know what the Valley of Spirit is. Well, I have the advanced lighting, the remastered textures from the 2016 version, and I effectively replaced every NPC, or rather replaced every NPC model in that stage. And the models that I replaced it with are so smart, it's so cool looking, you guys. You're gonna freak out when you see that stage. I'm actually ecstatic.
Yes? Can I help you? You are more...
Okay, she doesn't have anything to say.
While you're at Mandarin's palace. Certainly.
I take it we're going to have a long conversation about the Valley of Spirits. Also, I've been editing the text files, the dialogue and conversation inside of my Marvel Ultimate Alliance folder, and I've actually found a way to replace the in-game text with the names that I want. I will be tweaking those too after this video. It's Modding's not as easy as it seems. It's actually takes quite a bit of, I guess, intellect, and it's a very tedious process in my opinion. Doing my quick circle of the perimeter, checking for items. This game randomly places items in places like this, to my knowledge. Doesn't seem like there's anything lying around, so I'm going to go over here. Sue Storm, Jessica Alba, aka my wife, or my future wife. Oh no, it looks like the video froze.